Well, we've been talking about this coming up. They've been around since the late 80s. Now, the Blue Man Group is a huge success touring across the country with permanent productions, not just in New York, but right now they're in Boston, they're in Chicago, they're in Orlando, and of course, they're in Vegas.
And they are here. The Blue Man Group is here in our area performing at the Warner Theater. Joining us right now, Josh Elrod, give us a wave, General Furman Judd, and Peter Musanti. Guys, thanks for coming in.
Sure. You'll be glad to know that the dressing room is intact here.
We appreciate that because the security would be watching.
Okay.
Yes.
First of all, we have to point out the fact that normally you guys wouldn't be talking. We would not get to hear from the Blue Man Group, right?
No, you would not. If I was in character, you would not hear me talking.
So fortunately, we can have a conversation here today. Right. But give us sort of the setup for the show. Help people understand what it is, how it works.
Anyone? All right,
now we don't want to.
Now we're being,
That's how it works.
Well, the show that you can see at the Warner is the first time we've ever toured the theatrical production. We've had two other tours, which were the sort of rock paradigm, and this is, our theatrical production that we've taken on the road. It's got some bits of classic Blue Man stuff, playing PVC instruments and things like that. And we're working with new technology to sort of help tell different stories. So, yeah.
Take us back a little bit, because you said that you work with the guys from the original group.
Correct.
Why did they pick blue, and do you know, like, how did they figure that this was actually worth making into a show?
Right. Well, it was kind of an accident, really. I mean, really Blue Man, I think, is a series of like fortunate accidents, to say, like happy accidents. I mean, they chose the color blue because it sort of had less connotations than other colors, and they wrote some pieces which they performed at places in the East Village in New York, and it just kind of, on its own steam, began to kind of grow. And then it wasn't until one of the original guys heard his hand in a show and found out he couldn't do the next show, that someone had to step in for him. Right. And it was at that moment they realized, well, wait a minute, maybe we don't have to do the show. Maybe other people could actually perform this character. And so it was from that genesis that the whole thing, that's the reason we're standing here now, is really a series of accidents.
Okay, General, let's talk a little bit about performing then, because much of what you guys do, pretty much, 90% is all based on percussion.
Yes.
Did you guys go around the house as kids, like beating on pots and pans and everything?
Actually, I did. I was always interested in drums and drumming and making noise around my house. And I had a drum set as a kid. And this is the perfect meld for me, and then I became an actor. And this show is just a great combination of both of those worlds.
So tell us about getting done up for the show. I mean, you're blue from head to toe, as far as anybody can tell. What's that? I mean, is there part of it? It's a suit. I'm guessing at some part, right?
Well, it's a lot simpler than a lot of people think. It's just a simple vinyl bald cap that we glue down over our hair and ears, and then some theatrical grease paint, blue grease paint, that we just smother over everything else. And it's just neck up blue, and then we wear a black costume over that, and that's it.
And it kind of freaks people out.
A little bit.
Yes.
So what does one have to do if they want to be a blue man or a blue lady? Because I noticed you guys don't. Why don't you have any blue ladies?
We had one blue woman who played the role of a blue man, and she was around for a while. She was great. Yeah, played in Boston, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how?
But if they wanted to, if someone was interested in working with us, they could go to the website. They could go to blueman.com.
That would be me.
Right. And there you can get in touch with our casting department. They would probably have you send in a headshot, a little bit about yourself, and they would see if you have the right stuff.
So is it we think about traditional acting and stage performance, theatrical performance. Do you guys have that sort of training? Is it mostly sort of instrumental training, or what are your backgrounds?
Stunts, acting.
Well, we all come from different disciplines. Yeah. Myself, acting and the drumming thing was just a hobby for me, but that was kind of it.
Yeah, I originally went to art school, so I studied drawing and painting, but I've been playing drums since I was a kid, and I've studied acting in New York, and I've studied with different teachers and even a little bit of clowning. And Peter's got a sort of a clowning background, and also went to college for acting.
Yeah.
So definitely, you have to know how to express yourself, Aaron.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's all movement.
Non-verbally, yes.
Yeah.
Which is not easy.
Yeah, it's hard. It's easy. It's easier. Anybody could be a talking head probably if you get the right training.
Easy, buddy. Watch it. Hold on. Wait a minute. What's up with that?
I'm not. I do weather here. What's your favorite part of the show? I'm going to get in trouble.
I don't know. How are we going to recover part of the show?
Bring it back. What's your favorite part of the show?
Dealing with the audience, I'd say, is, it's so much about the show is our direct like relationship with the people in the audience. You know, there's no wall. We're not acting amongst ourselves. It's about them. It's about the relationship. So each show is different. Yeah, whatever they give us. You know, there's moments we pull people up on stage and have audience participation. It's always going to change every show, and that's always kind of the X factor in the show and how it's going to go, and it makes it exciting.
All right. Well, and I remember when I saw it years ago, the people in the front had a tarp. They had to get covered for whatever may have come off the stage during the show, right?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Right. Well, guys, I appreciate you coming in. You, of course, can catch the Blue Man Group at the Warner Theater through Sunday, April 3rd. Thanks, guys.
Yes, thanks for having us.
Yeah.
We'll be there. Hope
Hope
everybody else is there.
And thanks for watching Daily Connection.
Remember, you can always keep in touch on Facebook and Twitter. There are more great shows coming up on NBC's Washington Nonstop. See you later.